So much for this, Horatio. Now, let me see. The other. You do remember all the circumstance?
Remember it, my lord.
Up from my cabin, my sea gown scarfed about me, in the dark, groped I to find out them. Had my desire, fingered their packet, and in fine withdrew to mine own room again, making so bold, my fears forgetting manners, to unseal their grand commission, where I found, Horatio, oh, royal knavery, an exact command, larded with many several sorts of reason, importing Denmark's health and England's too, with such bugs and goblins in my life, that on the supervise, no leisure bated, no not to stay the grinding of the axe, my head should be struck off.
It's impossible.
Here's the commission. Read it at more leisure. But wilt thou hear me how I did proceed?
I beseech you.
Being thus benetted round with villains, ere I could make a prologue to my brains, they had begun to play. I sat me down, devised a new commission, wrote it fair. I once did hold it, as our statists do, a baseness to write fair, and laboured much how to forget that learning. But, sir, now it did me yeoman service. Wilt thou know the effect of what I wrote?
Aye, good my lord.
An earnest conjuration from the king, as England was his faithful tributary, as love between them like the palm should flourish, as peace should still her wheaten garland wear, and stand a comma tween their amities, and many such like ases of great charge, that on the view and know of these contents, without debatement further, more or less, he should the bearers put to sudden death, not shriving time allowed. Does it not? Think'st thee stand me now upon? He that hath killed my king and whored my mother, popped in between the election and my hopes, thrown out his angle for my proper life, and with such cozenage, is't not perfect conscience to quit him with this arm, and is't not to be damned to let this canker of our nature come in further evil.
It must be shortly known to him from England what is the issue of the business there.
It will be short. The interim is mine. And a man's life no more than to say one. But I am very sorry, good Horatio, that to Laertes I forgot myself. For by the image of my cause I see the portraiture of his. I'll court his favours. And sure the bravery of his grief did put me into a towering passion.
Mace, who comes here?
Your lordship is right welcome back to Denmark.
I humbly thank you, sir.
Sweet lord, if your lordship would at leisure, I should impart a thing to you from his majesty.
I will receive it, sir, with all diligence of spirit.
Sir, here is newly come to court, Laertes. Believe me, an absolute gentleman, full of most excellent differences, of very soft society and great showing. Sir, you are not ignorant of what excellence Laertes is at his weapon.
What's his weapon?
A rapier and dagger.
It's two of his weapons, but well.
The king, sir, hath waged with him 6 Barbary horses, against the which he hath imponed, as I take it, 6 French rapiers and poniards, with their assigns as gird or hangers also.
That's the French bet against the Danish. Why is this imponed, as you call it?
The king, sir, hath laid, sir, that in a dozen passes between you and him, he shall not exceed you 3 hits. He hath laid on 12 to 9, and it would come to immediate trial if your lordship would vouchsafe the answer.
I will win for him if I can. If not, I will gain nothing but my shame and the odd hits.
Shall I re-deliver you in, sir?
To this effect, sir, after what flourish your nature will.
I commend my duty to your lordship.
Yours.
You will lose this wager, my lord.
We defy augury. There is a special providence in the fall of a sparrow. If it be now, 'tis not to come. If it be not to come, it will be now. If it be not now, yet it will come. The readiness is all, since no man knows aught of what he leaves. What is't to leave betimes? Let be.
How does the Queen?
No, no. The drink. The drink. Oh, my dear Hamlet. The drink. The drink. I am poisoned.
Oh, villainy. Oh, let the door be locked. Treachery! Seek it out! So incestuous, murderous, damned stain. To the point, envenomed too. Then, venom to thy work now!
Horatio! Oh, wretched queen, adieu. You, that look pale and tremble at this chance, that are but mutes or audience to this act, had I but time, as this fell sergeant Death is strict in his arrest. Oh, I could tell you. But let it be. Horatio, I am dead. Thou livest. Report me, and my cause aright to the unsatisfied. Oh, God, Horatio, what a wounded name, thing standing thus unknown, shall live behind me. If thou didst ever hold me in thy heart, absent thee from felicity a while, and in this harsh world draw thy breath in pain to tell my story. Now cracks a noble heart. Good night, sweet prince, and flights of angels sing thee to thy rest.
Hamlet, Act V, Scene 1, Analysis. The most serious act in the play begins with a comedy between two gravediggers who speak about the particulars of Ophelia's death. The dialogue between the two characters introduces the first idea that Ophelia committed suicide. This scene reinforces the idea that Hamlet is fascinated with death. He examines Yorick's skull and reminisces how he used to look. Hamlet wonders what has become of Yorick and the other bodies lying in the cemetery. The fight between Hamlet and Laertes in Ophelia's grave symbolizes the grief that Hamlet feels for her death, because in his pretended state of madness he could not show it, even when ultimately he was the cause of her madness by slaying her father. Act V, Scene 2, Analysis. The final scene of the play is the most serious and most eventful scene. The body count rises as characters are killed off one after another by either stabbing or poisoning. All of the deaths in this scene could have easily been avoided had Hamlet chosen to act quicker rather than prolong his taking his revenge on Claudius. Finally, after 4 acts, Hamlet avenges his father by slaying Claudius, but not before witnessing his mother's death and dooming himself